Hello, Prestone Mage here, recording round 2 of our Dominaria sealed event for anyone who is preparing for Grand Prix Las Vegas. Alright, so we won the roll and we actually want to draw. We value the extra card in this slower format, or generally slower. This is a decent hand. It's kind of slow, but yeah, that's what we said, right? It's a slower format. We do get an extra card. So while I was in between rounds 1 and 2, I pretty much did what I said about just kind of making sure that you play optimally for the tournament. It's just in between rounds to just kind of recenter yourself. So I went to the bathroom, got a drink of water, had a little snack, walked around, kind of thought quietly, kind of centered myself, and that helped me just be able to be ready for the second round. And that's just something that I'd recommend for most people competing in the big events, because they're long. They're like 9 hours. Or even more. They're like 9 rounds. So like all day, pretty much. And you want to be able to perform at your peak or close to it for most, or as much of it as you can. So, Bant colors. Okay, let's see if they have a fourth color. Forest. Okay, so I think we're just sticking to the 3. Okay, cool. Really like. Yeah, so let's drop our Surveyor. I don't think we'll have to discard, right? Because it will just replace itself. I guess we'll get a red source. So I kind of want to keep that around. I mean, yeah, we can also make a surprise attack with it. Interesting. Okay. Playing against big green creatures. If we bounce that to, there's a chance that the opponent can play it later for kicked. Alright, so we can play Skizix, attack, opponent might trade. We can play Weatherlight, which I kind of like. And then I kind of want to play Fire Fist Adept after doing that, but we'd only get to dome something for 1. So that's not the best right now. So I think probably maybe it's just best to get this on the battlefield. Yeah, maybe. Let's just do that. I wouldn't mind Fiery Intervention in this. Casting Fiery Intervention on that, but I'm not there yet on the mana. And this I'd kind of rather get a little bit more value from it. Like maybe just keep it around. It's only 1 additional mana. So it's alright. I don't mind taking a hit of 4 damage. So I guess I don't know about that Weatherlight play. I guess it kind of locks you into like casting more creatures. Or else it doesn't really just do much. Ooh, wow, it's a 6/6. I guess blink of an eyeing it is pretty good now. I guess we'll just take 6 points here. We'll block the surveyor. Let's go. Just first strike. Okay, let's see if we have a trick. Okay, we'll take 6, 10, 14. So if they do have Syncopate, we can pay the 1. So I'd rather just do this now because of Syncopate. So that was really good for us. The card replaced itself and we got rid of one of their cards. I think we'll hold back since we're at a lower life total. I think, right? What do we need to do next turn? Let's just hold back. This might have been a dumb play. If we didn't cast that and just kept open our blink of an eye, we wouldn't have had to take 6. But then again, we played around Syncopate by waiting a turn. So the opponent has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mana open. So maybe they have Syncopate, maybe they don't. I wonder if we just cast Fire Fist that up. Okay, well, so we're gonna get a bunch of 1/1s. So I'm glad we have a 1, 2, and then this does something now. It crews our thing and it blasts the Sapperling. I think we can't. Oops. Hold on. Forgot the crew. Dang. Oh well. That's the thing that I talked about earlier, but I kind of clicked through it. I think I would have punched in for 4 there. Look at the top. 5 cards. We probably would have gotten our blade, but maybe not. It'll make this guy really good. Uh-oh. So the guys are going to get pretty big. I think we could smack them for 9 next turn. Do a fire intervention or Skizzix crew Weatherlight. We got 9, but they'll probably triple block this. Even then, that gets killed by 3, I think. Oh no. I think we kind of want to get rid of that ASAP. We'll have 7 mana. Yeah, that's a pretty big deal. I think we just gotta kill that thing. If they have Syncopate, they'd probably counter it. Do I even want to do this? Because then I'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, then they just get in for like 2 or 3. I wish I kind of had more hits with this thing. I don't. I think I hold back. I think I hold back actually. It is conservative, but no, I don't want to kind of tap out. Maybe I should have. I think I probably should have attacked the cast. Blessed Light. Okay, so I guess it's kind of good. It would have Blessed Light my guy. But even then, I don't know if it's the right play to hold back. Okay, they get a bunch of mana again. We bounce their thing, so they should be able to cast it and make an 8/8, right? So you might want to bring our Blessed Light in, because they've got some enchantments and big creatures. And like have our Skittering Surveyor and a Plains as like ways of fixing the one card. Who knows, like the blue-white deck may even be better against this green-white deck, just because it can attack in the air pretty well. So I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 9. Can't do both. And now their guys are going to get huge and indestructible. It's going to attack for 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. -2, so 14. So I play this. See, I don't know how I'm winning though if I'm not attacking. They do only have one card though. So we can block this with that. I think we're going to take a lot of damage. We can kill 2 of their things. Actually, no, we can't, because that gives them indestructible. So, on the defense with the crew thing, we have until the attack step to kind of crew, right? So we'll put a 3/3 on the 2/2 and a 4/5 on the 2/2, I guess. Actually, no, because we have to crew. Okay, I don't know what I was thinking. Alright, I think we chump block this thing, right? Oh, it's got trample too. Alright, so maybe we don't trump. Maybe we just take 10, 11, 12, go to 2. But this with counters. So maybe we do chump block. I don't know how we're getting out of this, but we save 2 points right now. I think we do. Actually, no. This gets trample. This no longer has trample, so we kind of want to chump with this next turn. But then, yeah, so we'll just do something like that. We're really behind and we're probably going to lose, but there's just a little bit more hope. So it looks like they're probably casting a game-winning spell. Yeah, so that's pretty dead. Alright, so they've got a good deck. They kind of go wide. So we'll see what we can do against that. Having 2 3s or 1 3s are pretty good. This, I don't know how good that is for us. Again, we don't really have legendary things. And where's my sideboard? See, this sucks. I'm missing my sideboard. Journey Mages are good against them. And now where's the card that I took out? The equipment. Now it's just vanished. See, that's really annoying. Yeah, see, that's kind of unfortunate. Oh, this is it. I think that's what I'm... Okay. Alright, guys, so it wasn't a thing. I messed up. Okay, so we'll take out the equipment. I wish we had to deal 1 damage to all their guys. Red spell. That would be really good against them. So I think we want Blessed Light and a Plains. And maybe we take out I think we went even, right? Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's probably alright. Do we want anything else? Invoke the Divine could be kind of a big game. They did have things like Dub. As far as our creatures are concerned, I think they're alright. Skizix might be a little too aggressive. We might want something else instead. We don't have any like good 2 or 3 drops that we want to put in there. I don't think, because that doesn't really block that well. Like 30 seconds. So I kind of just want stuff that affects the board. So we'll submit that. Alright, maybe I should have that 5 mana 3/3. No. Alright, so let's see what we can do. Not sure about the sideboard plans, if that was correct. Kind of like this. We got Syncopate kind of going. Alright. Okay. Great. Alright, wow, they're playing around Syncopate. Okay. Good for them. Okay, so get their island. Probably got a Tatiova in their 40. Okay. And I wish our opponent didn't play around it, but that's okay. We have a pretty like well-rounded hand. So I don't really care about this card that much, but let's use our mana. And get rid of a creature that would enter the battlefield. Don't want to hold on to it too long because I think we're going to cast stuff pretty soon. Take our 1, 19, 4. Get our little scholar boy online. We got Journey Mage as a follow-up. Definitely don't want to bounce the Skittering Surveyor. The Gorger gets like pretty much better as we bounce it, especially when they're already at 5 lands with 5 cards in hand. Opponent doesn't want to attack. We, on the other hand, will. I think we play Weatherlight because I want to play Cloud Reader Sphinx this turn actually, but I'd rather get the Weatherlight counter than Cloud Reader Sphinx. And maybe that could have been boarded out for like a 4 mana card or something like that. Okay, and it just resolved. And it's at 6 mana. They're gonna kick their thing. Okay, so they have a 6/6 with a reach. Pretty big game. We can kind of keep them off it for a little bit. So, and it's just going to keep getting bigger. Maybe when they start getting aggressive with it, we can kind of like bounce it or something. We have a total of 6 mana. We can bounce it now, do that. But I don't mind taking 6 like once or twice. So let's kind of just resolve this now. Or 7. Represent Shipman Fire. Okay, that can go on the bottom, that can go on the top, and that can be our game plan, is just to keep them off of being able to punch in. Oh shoot, that's got reach. Dang it. My bad. Sorry guys. Hey, that's what practicing is for, right? You learn little things. This thing has reach. Don't attack into it with flyers. It gets bigger for each land they have in play and in their graveyard. And you can get it back from the graveyard. So a lot of stuff going on there. I don't think we were going to attack anyway, right? We were setting up the Journey Mage, attack for 7. Journey Mage, attack for 7. So this is going to kind of be a tough one, but we may have an out to it. It's like Journey Mage Blink. Don't get killed. Hope the opponent doesn't cast another huge thing. Like a kicked Bailoth Gorger. I don't think we want to take or have our guy absorb 3 points of damage. Kicked, okay, that's kind of a big deal. Because they're going wide. So we have 3, 6. And I'm not really thinking about my turn. I should have done the thought a little bit more. So we can start offing Saplings, or we can just do this. I think we just do that. Crunch in for 7. We'll remember to do this. We can even now attack with our Scholar. Take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we do that because then we can attack for 6, 7, 8, 9 and put them on a 2-turn clock if they cast Multani again. So let's do that. So it's really critical to analyze key turns like this and know that like what we need to do. So that's critical for us to put them on a 2-turn clock right now. And even if they don't block, then they'll lose about 2 of their creatures, right? Or at least 1. Alright, so we're going to kill the Saplings. Because they go pretty wide. And we could even blow them out too. Actually, should we blow them out? Oh, we already got into damage. Maybe we should have blew them out by bouncing 1 token. Keep our guy. Maybe that was a little loose. We whiffed. Bottomed Cloud Raider, Sphinx, and Shivan Fire. I guess Voltaic Servant's kind of cool with this because it like helps this card play offense and defense. Okay, so our opponent's attack is down to 9. I think we're going to keep our bounce spells just for Multani. And I'm not going to cast this one now because I want to use Journey Mage's trigger. This is a really close game. Alright. We don't need to hold cards because you're not playing black and like Skin Witch. This puts us up to 7. So we can actually attack for how much? So if we play Journey Mage, crew it with this, we can attack for 10 and put them to 1. So let's do that. Okay, crew, new guy. Putting to 1. Ooh, cool. We got Karn. So I don't know if I should even have taken that. Because now I just told my opponent that we had Karn, and I think we had that game in the bag. So I probably shouldn't have taken the Karn. Again, I showed my opponent that. So they're playing that big, huge Multani, which we kind of got an answer for in this card. Do we want anything else? Journey Mages. We want to take out Skizik. We're at 16 lands. We're probably going to draw. Do we want like a seal away? Another way to deal with Multani? Maybe go down on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Probably shouldn't go further below that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I'm sorry, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know how good this card's gonna be. when they're the one attacking, right? Or we're the one attacking. But they do have some really big creatures that it's worth killing. Maybe we can take out Syncopate and add another Plains. I think we're going to do that. Okay, so we have 3 sources for our 2 white cards. Because we do, Multani is a big game, and then that 8/8 is pretty big too. So that gives us a way to deal with some of the really big, hard to deal with cards, versus like tempoing them out with Journey Mage. And they're going to go first, alright. So we're on the draw. This is a really slow hand, but we should probably keep it. They don't seem to develop that fast either. If they do, we have a good shot at losing this game like right away. Okay, so that really helps, having a 2-drop that can block and actually developing some of our mana. Okay. Obviously can't block that, but cool, we got our splash source. So that's really good for our 2 cards. Like, we know that we don't have to like get stuck with one of them in our hand, I think, at this point. Okay, attack for 1, sure. Instead, okay, that's kind of cool that they didn't cast anything else. Surveyor's nice. Let's get in for 1. I don't mind if they use like a Gideon's Reproach, unless we have a lot of lands. Sorry, I had to let my dog outside. Alright, attack. Yep. Okay. Again, playing at a Grand Prix, you want to be really focused, not get distracted. Okay. Also, too, pausing to think, even if you don't have a play. Like, say, suppose the opponent didn't have a Gideon's Reproach, and they're like, okay, and then like later said okay after like they thought about it. It makes us think that maybe they have a way to interact. So don't be afraid to use that type of maneuver if you want to or need to. Like kind of like bluff, kind of. And I think we'll get probably a 3rd blue source. We don't need to show them that we're like have white, right? So the opponent might be locked out of blue. Still chipping in. They can't really block profitably anyway, so it doesn't mean that much. Okay, they put 2 2/2s. Alright. So we have a good way to break one of them with our 1/3. Yeah. Okay, we are getting a little flooded here. So basically, we can Cloud Raider Sphinx and get rid of any lands that we see, and then we have good blocks. Ooh, wow. So you're going to start drawing creatures. and then ramp a bunch. Okay, and they whiffed, but they did they'll get an island into play. So Invoke the Divine would be kind of decent, because it's going to accelerate their mana a lot. I just hope they don't get a bunch of creatures to their hand, because that's kind of a big deal. So we can trade our Surveyor actually for a Knight. Block. Block. I think that's okay. And then we have blocks on the other Knight. So I didn't really see that play until now, but I don't mind it. And then our 1/3 can pretty much block their other one pretty well. So I do want a Sphinx here, and then we can bounce our token. Get rid of any lands we see. Okay, wow, so that was a great Sphinx. It saved us from drawing those 2 lands. Okay, they know the song. Okay, so that's really good. They did get a Surveyor, but yeah, okay. So not the worst. So they're gonna end up putting an island into play and then getting a Skittering Surveyor. I think I will block this if they do attack with it. You don't need to just put them on cards that they may not have, such as Gideon's Reproach. You could have Adamant Will, but you gotta kind of fight through those. See how brave they are. And if they're thinking, they probably don't have it. They're thinking for a long period of time. So they probably don't have Reproach. That's a wizard. That is 2. So we can kill the flyer. Or we can just bounce this now. Or they might kill that as an attack. They can always kill that as an attacker. Or we can just Sphinx again. I think we just Sphinx again in bottom lands. It uses our mana fairly well. Pressures the opponent. And okay, we got our guy. Dang, I wish I had that one. 3 mana disenchant effect. Okay, cool. So 2 nice removal spells. So we can get our other Sphinx back. So maybe if we put that one on the top, and then this one on top of that one. Or maybe we just save the Blessed Light for Multani. Gives us an out to that card. So I like where we are at in this game, because we have 2 removal spells coming our way, but we don't know what kind of stuff the opponent can have. They have 3 non-land cards, or 3 cards that could be non-land cards. Could really affect what we do. I don't mind getting Journey Mage into play and bouncing the token. So we have 3, 6, 7. We could even just kill the token. The token's getting bricked already. So I think I'm going to play Journey Mage in the hopes that maybe we can make it, like the opponent will play something with 3 toughness that we can kill with the adept trigger. Also too guys, when you're playing in the event, be mindful of the clock. It's big, it should be on the wall. You don't want to rack up many draws. They're hard on your record, so try to play intently. Remember too, it'll be pretty much the best you'll ever play if you do it right. The Grand Prix. So I like the position we're in. Opponent doesn't have much on the board now. And we have a decent board with a couple removal spells in hand. Another one coming up. I don't want to Bless and Light the Seal away just because I don't want to lose to Multani, but if there's a turn where we know we're going to win, if we cast it, then we'll probably do that. So we look to be in really good shape. Getting like 2-for-1s and stuff with our cards, so that really helps. We'll try to kill the flyer. If they bounce one of our wizards, we're still kind of in it. Okay, so attack. We'll attack with the team. Or I guess they could have an ambush guy. And that's okay. So if they do block there, they're taking a bunch. They can't really chump. Like instead of chumping here, maybe taking 4, they might chump there and take 6. Okay, so they kill our flyer. They take 3, 4. The Sphinxes were really good in our deck. Kept a couple removal spells on top and binned like 2 lands. Like for all we knew, if we didn't cast those, they wouldn't have used a removal spell on it, and then we would maybe have 2 mountains in hand. So our 3 powered guys are pretty good in this situation. So let's see if the Multani are going to Baloth Forger, which is almost as bad, but not as bad. We might want to like 2-for-1 ourselves by suiciding a guy into it, and then using this just so we have an out to that. So we have 6, 7 mana, 8. So we can't really do 2 things unless we use our guy, which we might want to do. So okay, so if we exile this, attack, attack, they maybe block 1 thing, and then they go to 10. We have this on the battlefield and a removal spell. or we can just suicide one of our guys. I kind of like that. It is risky because if they draw Multani, it's kind of like an instant win. I don't really want to. I guess we do have our what do you call it? We do have our get 2 Chronicler that can get that back. So I know I said I didn't want to use it, and I didn't. But we're really pressuring the opponent. So let's see if we can get there. I think we do have lethal on the battlefield if they don't add to the board. Okay. We'll see if we can kill that. Then we might be in the clear. An attack from them would be kind of cool. Alright, let's try to kill this. And okay, we got there. GG's. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for round 3.